Dyatlov Pass Incident, the truth, hidden in the snow. It began with 9 friends, young, brilliant, and fearless. In January 19, they set out across the icy wilderness of the Ural Mountains in Soviet Russia. Their goal was simple: reach the peak of Otorten, a name that roughly translates to "don't go there." They were experienced hikers, students from the Ural Polytechnic Institute. They carried cameras, journals, and their hearts full of ambition. The leader was Igor Dyatlov, calm, methodical, respected. The others followed him without hesitation. But none of them ever came back. Weeks later, when rescue teams finally reached their campsite, they found something that defied explanation. Their tent was slashed open from the inside. Footprints led away into the snow, barefoot, half naked, in temperatures below freezing. It was as if they had fled in panic from something inside the tent, something unseen, something terrifying. The first bodies were found at the edge of the forest, under a cedar tree. They had tried to build a fire, their hands charred from the attempt. 2 were missing their shoes. Nearby, rescuers found branches broken high up the tree, as if someone had climbed desperately to escape or to see something. Over the next few days, more bodies were found. Some showed broken bones, shattered ribs, and crushed skulls, but no external wounds. It was as if the force that killed them came from inside their bodies. One woman was missing her tongue and eyes. The others had burns, strange orange skin, and traces of radiation on their clothing. No one could explain it, not then, not now. The Soviet government quickly closed the investigation, labeling the cause as a compelling natural force. The files were classified, and the site was sealed off. The few photographs that survived showed their smiling faces before the trip, young, alive, unaware of what waited for them in the snow. Later, researchers reopened the case. Some blamed an avalanche, others secret military tests, bombs, missiles, sound weapons, or parachute mines. Then came the stranger theories: UFOs, psychological breakdowns, or even supernatural phenomena tied to the local Mansi legends. The mountain's name, after all, meant "don't go there." Locals whispered about glowing orbs in the sky that night, orange lights drifting silently above the ridge. The last photos on the hikers' cameras captured those same eerie lights just before everything went dark. But there's more. The hikers' route took them through a zone where classified missile tests were known to occur. Radiation levels on their clothes were consistent with fallout contamination, yet the government denied any connection. Witnesses were silenced, reports were edited. And for years, the Dyatlov Pass Incident became one of the most forbidden topics in Soviet history. In 2019, Russian authorities reopened the case again, hoping to end the speculation once and for all. Their conclusion? An avalanche, a simple, tragic accident. But the math doesn't add up. The slope where they camped wasn't steep enough. The tent was intact until someone cut it open from the inside. And the injuries, internal trauma with no external damage, are nearly impossible to explain with an avalanche alone. Something else happened that night. Something powerful enough to terrify 9 intelligent, rational people into running barefoot into the snow. And then there's the silence. For 60 years, witnesses who might have known more have stayed quiet. The files remain incomplete, pages missing, evidence lost. Every time the case reopens, it's closed again with more questions than answers. So what really happened on that mountain? Was it a secret military experiment gone wrong? An encounter with something not human? Or simply the cruel hand of nature, reminding us that some places were never meant to be crossed? We may never know, but even today, visitors who hike to the Dyatlov Pass report strange feelings: static in the air, disorientation, the sense of being watched. Some say the mountain still remembers, that the snow there holds the echoes of their screams. Nine souls lost to the cold, or something far older than the cold itself. Whatever happened that night, it was enough to erase every trace of certainty and leave behind only questions. Questions that the world still isn't ready to answer. If you believe the truth is still buried somewhere beneath that snow, then don't look away. Subscribe and join me as we keep digging through the mysteries history tried to freeze. Would you like the next one to be in the same mysterious documentary tone, maybe on a true unsolved science phenomenon like the Wow signal or the Tunguska explosion? Those pair perfectly as follow-ups and keep the same eerie, truth-hiding in history energy.